Hi guys, I'm Aaris Savio. Welcome back to my channel. Wherever you're watching me, I hope you're having a blessed and beautiful day. If you're a follower, welcome back. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe to my socials and hit the notification bell. Welcome to my hoodoo house. So, hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to give you a quick little spell, or rather small little introduction to a quick little command and compel that you guys can do from the comfort of your home, of course without any brujo's assistance. A brujo is technically someone who is a male hoodoo witch that deals with roots and herbs, and you may see a lot of herbs lying over here, lying over here. I don't know whether you can see this, but I'm bringing this up here. Okay, so these are considered our best friends. Okay, and I'm going to introduce you to one and all of them. I'm also going to introduce you to a couple of my products that I have recently launched on my website, which is www.aarissavio.com. That's www.aarissavio.com. all right, with that being said, all of that information is going to be down there in my description box below. Don't forget to check that out. So let's begin with our ritual today. I am going to be, as I said earlier, teaching you on how to do a quick little command and compel. This works for anyone and everyone that you wish to go ahead and have this sort of put on. Just remember one little small thing. Remember, whatever you do comes back to you threefold. Whether you do that good, you do bad, no matter who you're doing it for, ensure your intentions are clear, your intentions are right, because if that's the case, you know you will not only get success, but you are also karmically clear of what you are intending to do. All right, so before we begin, let's quickly first bless our space. You have the option of using regular frankincense, like I've done in my past and previous videos. If you've seen them, don't forget to check that out. And with that being said, I am going to burn a little bit of my blessing incense. Okay, this is how the blessing incense looks like out of the packet. All right, we are going to use, of course, my coal. All right, this is the coal that I sell on the website as well. Of course, these are energetically cleansed and cleared of any mechanical energy. All right, this is how you will receive it. This is the packaging for my energized and blessed coal. All right, it comes in a brown paper covering with coir twine. What you see out here are two types of herbs. These are important for a command and compel ritual. Okay, one of them is called vetiver. In Hindi, I think we call them khas. Okay, and the next one that I am going to show you is licorice root. Okay, the ones that I sell are pretty thick. They are of writable size, because you will need them to write. You'll need a root, because there's something that I will quickly show you on how to do this entire spell, and it does involve writing on the root. Okay, you need, of course, a yellow candle, all right, for your command and compel. And there are two oils that are not required, but it's preferred, because you will of course have the energy of a brujo working with you when you're using any of these oils. Okay, so you can use these oils in multiple various ways. I'm going to be talking to you about a couple of ways on how to use them. So don't forget to look forward to the rest of the video. All right, don't forget, if you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you have any questions or any concerns, do not hesitate to send me a message or a ping, or contact my assistant, all on the contact details mentioned below. All right, so let's quickly start off. Let me first light my coal. So I'm going to quickly wait for this to sizzle up, and while we're waiting for that, I will quickly talk to you about the rest of these oils. Okay, now the Command and Compel oil can not only be used for this sort of a ritual, this can also be utilized for your daily work. Okay, say example, when you're going to work, when you are going on a date, to ensure that your partner or your boss, or if you've got a scheduled meet lined up with a high profile board member or something of that sort as well, you can utilize your Command and Compel oil for you to gain a little bit more of that positive manifestation of making this person sort of listen to you, and for this person to really buy into what you're selling them. Okay, now when I say buy into what you're selling them, I'm not specifically meaning buying your products and stuff like that. I'm talking about buying into your mental thought process of what you're trying to explain to them, so that the person opposite you does not assume what you're trying to tell them, but actually takes you word for word based off what you actually mean. Okay, so that's the way it is. So let's put a little bit of our blessing incense. You will see the way it smolders. Okay, once we've added that, we say a quick little prayer in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. The energy of the universe, we invite you today to help us accomplish our goals, to help us throughout this journey, to help us accomplish our goal without causing harm to anyone. May our best intention be at play. We say this prayer with the universe's energy at play. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Okay. This incense will burn this way. Don't worry, don't freak out. That's the way this incense burns. You will see it still smolders. This is a self-lighting incense, so if you don't have a coal, you don't need to really worry or freak out. You can burn this on a standalone incense as itself as well. It will burn and smolder just the way you're seeing this burn and smolder. I just prefer to use a coal for any and every incense that I use, to ensure that all of the herbs get burned completely, and the energy is released into the atmosphere as we breathe in and breathe out, and we attract that energy towards ourselves. All right, so let's continue, let's proceed. Now that we've got all of this done, let's pull up our blessing oil. Okay, and let's anoint everything, including our own hands, to ensure that we've got protective energies working with us. Don't forget to first shake your bottles before using. I actually didn't shake this bottle because I had opened this bottle just a couple of minutes ago. Take about 3 drops of oil on your hand. Anoint your palms. Okay. Once you're done, you will then take a drop of oil and anoint your vetiver, anoint your licorice, anoint your candle. Just drop a couple of drops there, and probably a drop on your coal as well. Okay, now once you've done that, everything's consecrated, everything's blessed, of course. Okay, your hands are anyway oily. Rub your pen that you're going to be using. Take your paper in your hand. Okay, now that we know you're not rubbing your hands off the paper, you're energizing your paper, so do it with that intention. Okay, that was a little ASMR moment for a lot of you. But with that being said, let's move on. Let's move this a little bit away, because it's getting a little difficult to talk to you guys, and I don't want to get choked and start coughing. Okay, so first thing first, so the pen that I use, that I prefer to use to write on roots, is it's a sort of a metallic ink. I don't know how, this is how it looks. Hopefully this, let's do this. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see this now, and I don't burn myself in the process. Okay, I hope it's not reversed for you guys when you're reading this. Okay, it makes this sort of a sound when you shake it, and this is the point that it works with. Focus, 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 focus. It doesn't want to focus. Hold on. Let's do this. focus, and it focused. Okay, this is how the point is. It's easier to write, all right, especially given when you're writing on a hard surface. It's easier to write things with this sort of a pen. Okay, and I'm just opening the oil bottle, the Command and Compel oil bottle. Again, all of these products are available on the website. Description box has all of the information that you would be looking for. Wow, this thing is packed so tightly that it gets annoying that I can't open them. But no, you'll be able to open it, don't worry. It's not that much of a deal. Okie dokie, so we're in business. Let's get this up. Let's get this out of the way. Alrighty. Now, let's quickly begin. We'll keep this at the side. This is not something we require. Okie dokie. Now, first thing first, when you're doing any Command and Compel work, remember you need to have your vetiver around you, okay? Because this needs to be smoldering when you're doing your Command and Compel rituals, okay? So yes, this will sort of shred all over the place. This is how the vetiver bundle looks like, okay? When you receive it, this is how you will receive it. Okay, all right, see the back of it. Okay, it comes tied with a gold ribbon around it. It's a cloth ribbon, it's not synthetic. Okay, you can put it, it's biodegradable, so you can put it into your compost bin and it will decompose itself automatically. Okay, I'm gonna just put this into frame so that you can see how this burns and smolders as it's put. Okay, you need to have this smoldering this way. This will burn for a very long time, don't worry. It will continue to smolder in this way. All you got to do is just take it out, rip how much you need, fold it in a little bit of a bundle and place it onto your burning coal, and you will see it smolder this way. Okay, once you've done that, we just pass through everything through the smoke, including our candle and the plate that we're going to use, because we want to ensure. It will get a little difficult for me to talk because when vetiver burns, it has a grassy feel to it. Okay, so don't mind me coughing or sneezing if if worst comes to the best. That is what will happen, but don't worry about it. Okay, now what you need to do is, first thing first, you need to have your paper ready. Okay, so you have to prepare your paper. All right, use a brown paper because it is number one, recycled paper, and brown paper has a sort of an energy with it that just enables you to, and we as hoodoo priests and brujos just prefer to use brown paper versus white paper. It's just something that we choose to. I don't really know the logic. It's something that has been used for generations, and it is primarily also made of wood pulp. Okay, which is the bark of the tree and not the leaves and not the actual, the inner section. So the things that would normally go for waste is what's used in brown paper. If you want to go the extra mile, you can use, you get birch bark. It's called bhojpatra, I think, in Hindi. Okay, it's paper that is made out of peels and layers of wood, but I prefer to use brown paper. It has worked for me in the past, it continues to work for me till today, and it will work in the future as well. Okay, so use a brown paper. You can use any of your old brown paper bags. You can use the brown paper that you get your coal in as well. The labels peel off very easily. You can use this as well. Okay, everything that you receive you can use in other ways and methods. You just got to get creative a bit. Okay, you can also use the brown paper bags that you get your groceries in. You can use that as well. All right, so first thing, we have to prepare our paper. All right, when we are preparing our paper, we pay attention to ensure that there are no machine cuts. If you take a look at this paper, you'll see that this of course is torn because this is one of the sheets that I've used in the past. It's a large sheet, it's a roll rather that I use because I do a lot of rituals and stuff. I get the entire big roll of the brown paper. which is actually too big and it won't fit on this on the screen or on the lens. So this is a small little sheet. From there my assistant sort of tears them up in smaller pieces like this and keeps for easier use for me. So you will see this is torn by hand, however this is machine cut. Do you see how clean these cuts are? These are machine cuts. Okay, so we need to get rid of these machine cuts first thing first. So because we are doing a command and compel, we want this person to listen to us. So we are wanting to attract that energy to us, right? So when we are attracting something to us, we tear towards ourselves. All right, so I will start this way. So you see, this is what will get discarded. Now when you're turning the paper, you will turn the paper towards you. All right, so you will put your finger on this corner and you will turn the paper towards you. Your hand has to come towards you. All right, you will then rip the next section that you need out. You need just a small little piece, so don't worry about how you're tearing it. Turn it again towards you. Tear another sheet. Okay, and you can use these papers as well, by the way, for smaller, you know, work and names and stuff. You can use that. Okay, now we're going to name names. Okay, so we are going to say a Sam Smith and who else, Joan Smith, okay, or a Jane Doe. So we put John Doe and Jane Doe. Okay, so see, John Doe is doing the spell and he needs Jane Doe to be compelled by him, and he needs to have command over Jane. All right, so we will write our spell and we will initiate our spell in that way. Okay, so real quick, so we've already blessed all of our items. Okay, so there's nothing much that you need to do other than just start with your prayers, okay, and your ritual. So you will write Jane Doe Jane Doe Now, depending on whether this is a love related command and compel, whether this is you know, work related command and compel or whatever, based on those numerical associations, you can do that, like 9 times for love and 5 times for work, etc. The choice is yours. I'm going to say this is how many, 1 2 3 4 5 times. Okay, I'm speeding up the entire process to ensure that, you know, you get this work done quickly. So you will write the name of the victim first. You will then turn the paper towards you this way. Okay, so you've written Jane Doe. All right, do you see Jane Doe written? It's silver, of course, so it's going to be a little difficult for you to see this, but this pen comes in use when you're doing especially discrete work, okay, and you don't. So you will have Jane Doe written straightway. Now you will turn the paper towards you so as to have Jane Doe in a standing position. Okay, so Jane Doe looks like this, the way it's supposed to. Okay, this is how you will write it. You will turn the paper this way so as to have Jane Doe standing straight. Okay, so Jane Doe will be in standing positions, vertical positions. So from horizontal we move this, but we move it towards ourselves, okay, because we want her to be under our control and under our command. Okay, and then you will write your name or the person that you wish to have the command, who's setting up the command for. Okay, so you'll write John Doe, John Doe, and you'll continue to write the names. Okay, now once you've done this, you will then write command, the word command, okay, without lifting your pen. Okay, now when you're doing this, ensure that you do not cross your T's and dot your I's. Okay, you'll just write the word command. You can also write the word compel if you want, whatever you feel more suited. Because this is a command and compel situation, you can choose any of the 2 words. Okay, and it doesn't need to be perfect, you just need to ensure that you've covered the entire name. Okay, same rule applies. I've actually gone reverse. but when you're actually sitting to do it, you will turn the page towards you and you will write it in this sort of a way. Okay, so you will turn the page this way, so you will end up writing anti-clockwise because you're pulling the paper towards you. All right, now once you've done this, you will then go ahead and fold the paper. Now the process of folding the paper is a little bit different. Okay, when you are so basically this is how it should look at the end of it. Do you see how the name is in the middle, and then it sort of the word command circles the entire name situation? Okay, you will keep the paper facing you properly. Okay, now we start folding. We fold thrice. Okay, we fold once towards, we move it towards you, fold it again towards you. This is the second fold, and we move it again and we do a third fold. Okay, now once you've done this, ensure that you folded your paper the right way, you've pressed it hard enough. Okay, and your paper is now ready. Now what you do is you will take your Command and Compel oil and you will anoint your paper. All right, so 4 corners you will anoint. You see how the 4 corners have got anointed. All right, place it on your sheet. Okay, you can use a thicker candle, you can use a thinner candle. A thicker candle works better because it ensures that the paper sticks down. If that's not the case and you're using a thin candle like this one, what you may want to go ahead and do is bend the paper first and ensure that your page is now sort of stuck in the right way on the sheet. If that's not happening and you feel it's still a little bit of a threat and this will move forward, what you can do is this. Okay, use a spare bowl. Okay, place the bowl on top of the sheet of paper and light your candle. Okay, remember the rule of thumb, always base your candles first. Okay, once you've done this, you will then take your Command and Compel oil and you will drop a couple of drops on the oil. Okay, on the candle. Now when you're doing this, you will not anoint this candle with your fingers. Okay, but you will just drop a couple of drops of the oil on the candle and you will draw a circle of the Command and Compel oil on the plate. Okay, I hope you saw that happening. It will go ahead and circle the entire thing. Okay, once you do that, you will then take your root. Where's my pen gone? Okay, you will take your root and of course you'll see a little bit of an oil stain on it. It's because of the Command and the oil of blessing that was written, and you will write the person's name on this root. Okay, now I'm not going to waste this root because of course I do want to go ahead and use this root in the future. This is one of my master roots which I'm showing you. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is write on this, but it writes in the same way. Okay, because this is a pen that releases ink as you write. It's liquid ink that releases itself. Okay, and you write the name Jane Doe. Now in this case we are John Doe, remember. Okay, we are working towards gaining command over Jane Doe. All right, so you will write your wording on the root. Okay, I'm writing it on the brown paper because I don't want to waste the root. Understand, each root has its own energy. Sorry about that. Once you do that, you will place your root right before your candle. Okay, Ivan Nino's in the middle. Let's move him at the side. Okay, you'll place your root right down here in the middle and you will light your candle. Okay, once you light your candle, you will sit in its flame for about 5 to 10 minutes. You can burn a little bit more of your vetiver root, or you can burn a little bit more of your blessing incense. All right, and you will go ahead and finish off your ritual. Once you finish off your ritual, what you then go ahead and do is, once your candle burns down with the paper, you will take the paper along with the remnants of the wax, wrap it in another sheet of brown paper or in a brown paper pouch. Okay, and bury it. Okay, once you bury it, you will throw a couple of seeds or offer a bottle of water to Mother Earth for accepting your your petition Once you do that, this root is what you will carry with you wherever you go. Okay, say if you've got a meeting, or you've got a date with this individual, or this person is just your love interest, is maybe your partner, your spouse, or whoever, you can carry this root with you. Okay, in your bag or your pouch or your wallet. Of course, if it's a thick root like this, it's definitely not going to fit in your wallet, but you can carry this in your bag. Okay, carry the bag, feed your root regularly with the oil of blessing, and continue to energize this on a regular basis in the same manner that I've just done so, and you will find the change coming in. All right, so that was it for today. That was the video that we had for you today. All right, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. It was a great pleasure explaining this short little video to you. Do not forget to check out my socials once again, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining in. This is Aaris Savio signing off.